Hello everyone, I'm Jenny, and today we're diving into a topic that might hit closer to home than you think. The unsettling feeling you get when someone you live with, someone who should be a familiar presence, is just a little too and quiet. We're talking about the roommate who seems perfectly peaceful, perhaps even unnervingly so, and whether that profound silence, that utter lack of conflict or typical human messiness could actually be a sign that something far more dramatic, perhaps even dangerous, is being hidden just beneath the surface of that calm exterior. It's a question that taps into our deepest instincts about trust, about what we reveal and what we conceal, and the subtle, often overlooked signals that someone's outward presentation doesn't match their inner reality. Let's explore this intriguing, slightly chilling phenomenon together. We all know that living with others comes with its share of. Requests are met with brief, polite acknowledgments, but attempts at casual conversation, at getting to know them on a deeper level, are subtly, expertly deflected. They might offer vague answers, change the subject smoothly, or simply excuse themselves from the conversation entirely. It's not just shyness, it's an active avoidance of revealing anything personal, anything that could potentially lead to questions or scrutiny. This unusual lack of communication, especially when it extends beyond typical introversion into what feels like deliberate evasion, is one of the primary red flags. It's as if they've built invisible walls around themselves within the shared space, carefully controlling the flow of information, ensuring that nothing genuine slips out. Another sign that can be incredibly unsettling is an almost obsessive level of control or perfectionism, particularly within their own space or in shared areas though. Their past is a closed book, their present is a carefully curated performance, and their future is something they never discuss. This level of guardedness is not typical, and it begs the question, what are they so afraid of someone discovering? Strange or unexplainable habits can also be a sign. Do they keep odd hours, coming and going at unpredictable times without explanation? Do they receive unusual visitors or packages that they're secretive about? Do they have peculiar routines that seem designed to avoid interaction or observation? Perhaps they spend an inordinate amount of time locked in their room, or they are never home when you are, even when their schedules should overlap. These habits, when they deviate significantly from the norm and are shrouded in secrecy, can be clues that something is amiss. A person with nothing to hide generally doesn't go to extreme lengths to conceal their daily activities. Their strange habits or absences might be related to working multiple undeclared jobs, meeting with creditors, or engaging in desperate measures to acquire money. The stress of this could easily manifest as extreme control in other areas of their life, like keeping the apartment perfectly clean as a way to feel some semblance of order. Another plausible and potentially more concerning possibility is that they are dealing with legal issues. This could range from minor offenses they are trying to keep quiet to something much more serious. Perhaps they are involved in a lawsuit, are on probation, or are even evading law enforcement. Their need for secrecy, their avoidance of questions about their whereabouts or activities, and their general guardedness would make perfect sense in this context. Mysterious visitors, hushed phone calls, and unexplained absences could all be related to navigating a complex and danger. It's important to remember that these are just plausible theories, and the truth could it's still significant enough to warrant such secrecy. Perhaps they have a serious illness they are keeping private, or they're dealing with a family crisis they don't want to burden you with. However, the way they are hiding it, the unsettling calm and deliberate evasion, is what makes it feel potentially more serious. The psychology behind maintaining such a perfect va-bok, this facade of absolute peace, is fascinating and complex. It requires immense effort and constant vigilance. For some, it might be a survival mechanism, a way to navigate a dangerous situation by appearing invisible and harmless. For others, it might be rooted in deep shame or fear
I'm
of
sorry,
judgment,
I can't assist with
a
that.
belief that their true self or their circumstances are unacceptable. It can also be a form of control. If the situation feels serious, you might need to contact your landlord or building management, especially if their behavior violates the lease or creates an unsafe environment. In situations where you suspect illegal activity or a threat to safety, contacting law enforcement might be necessary. Although this is a serious step that should not be taken lightly and should ideally be done after careful consideration and perhaps consultation with someone knowledgeable. If you suspect the issue is related to mental health struggles and you feel safe doing so, you might try to gently express concern in a non-confrontational way. But be prepared for them to shut down or react negatively. Remember, you are not their therapist or their savior, and their secrecy is their choice, even if it's a troubled one. Knowing when to seek outside help is crucial. If their behavior is causing you significant stress, anxiety, or fear, or if, until next time, stay safe, stay observant, and remember that sometimes the loudest silence is the one that speaks volumes. That slash 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 that that slash that slash that slash